In the natural world, the bat's behavior during conflicts between birds and animals is both intriguing and complex. Bats, being nocturnal mammals with unique ecological roles, often observe such conflicts from a distinct vantage point high above or within the dense canopy of forests. When birds and animals engage in a fight, the bat's response is influenced by several factors: its diet, habitat, and social structure. Bats are divided into two main categories: fruit bats and insectivorous bats. Fruit bats, also known as flying foxes, primarily consume fruits and nectar, while insectivorous bats feed on insects, including those disturbed or attracted by the commotion of such conflicts. During a conflict between birds and animals, insectivorous bats might be drawn to the area due to the increased availability of insects. These bats use echolocation to navigate and hunt in the dark, allowing them to detect and capture insects that may be stirred up by the fighting. The presence of these bats can inadvertently affect the dynamics of the conflict. For instance, if the fight causes a flurry of insect activity, it could attract more bats, which in turn may influence the behavior of the animals and birds involved. In contrast, fruit bats are less likely to be directly affected by the conflict, as their diet does not involve insects. However, they may still be indirectly influenced if the fight impacts the availability of fruit or nectar sources. For instance, if a fight disrupts the habitat or causes trees to be damaged, fruit bats might have to relocate or find alternative feeding sites. Moreover, bats' roosting habits can also play a role in their interaction with such conflicts. Bats typically roost in colonies and prefer areas that provide safety and quiet. A disturbance caused by a fight between birds and animals could disrupt the bat colony, leading to a temporary relocation or increased stress for the bats. Additionally, the behavior of bats in response to these conflicts can reflect broader ecological dynamics. For instance, if the conflict is part of a larger environmental disturbance, such as habitat destruction or changes in food availability, bats might exhibit changes in their roosting patterns, feeding habits, or even their reproductive behavior. In summary, while bats may not directly participate in conflicts between birds and animals, their behavior and ecological role are intricately linked to the outcomes of such interactions. The presence of bats during these conflicts can be both a result of and an influence on the broader ecological shifts occurring in their environment. Subscribe to my official YouTube channel Daudi Toons.